What does loyalty look like in the hardest times? Meet Ruth, a woman whose faith and courage changed history forever. She had the choice to return home to what was familiar to her, but she chose to stay by her mother-in-law's side, Naomi, risking the uncertainty and hardship that lay ahead. Imagine being torn between two paths, one leading to the comforts of familiarity, and the other filled with uncertainty and potential hardships. What would you choose when your loyalty is put to the test? Would you have the strength and courage to make the decision to step outside your comfort zone? Ruth did just that, and her choices led to hope, love, and even the lineage of Jesus Christ. Ruth and Naomi are facing the harsh reality of life in Bethlehem during an uncertain time in Israel's history. But amidst the gloom, their heartfelt relationship shines through. Naomi's daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth, need to make a tough decision. Should they go back to their families or stay in Bethlehem? Orpah chooses to return home, but Ruth makes a vow that's both heartbreaking and inspiring. With deep emotion, she tells Naomi, "Don't ask me to leave you or turn back from following you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." Ruth chapter 1 verse 16 to 17, New Living Translation. Wow, talk about loyalty. Ruth's decision to stick by Naomi's side despite the risks and challenges is truly remarkable. Chapter 1 ends with Naomi reluctantly accepting Ruth's decision, foreshadowing an unexpected turn of events in their lives. How often do we find ourselves at crossroads in life where difficult decisions test our values and commitment? Ruth's unwavering loyalty to Naomi in the face of adversity reminds us of the transformative power of these qualities. Just as Ruth chose to stand by her mother-in-law, we too can find strength and purpose in staying true to our values. Remember, loyalty and faith are not just abstract concepts. They are powerful forces that can shape our destinies. And sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness to change everything. Imagine waking up before sunrise, the cool morning air nipping at your skin as you step out into a vast field ready to work. Ruth, determined to support herself and Naomi, decides to glean wheat in the fields of Boaz, a wealthy landowner known for his integrity and generosity. Suddenly, something unexpected happens. Boaz, the owner of the field, notices Ruth. Her hard work and diligence caught his eye. Moved by her story, he instructs his workers to allow her to gather the grain left behind by the harvesters. This act of kindness not only provides for Ruth's immediate needs, but also lays the groundwork for an extraordinary connection between her and Boaz. As Ruth continues to work in Boaz's field, their paths cross yet again. Boaz invites her to eat and drink from his workers' share. He even gives her special permission to glean in his barley and pea fields. These acts of generosity don't go unnoticed. Ruth's faithfulness and humble spirit shine through in her response to Boaz. She falls to the ground before him, bowing low and thanking him for his kindness and protection. Deeply moved by her gratitude, Boaz extends his right hand in blessing over her, acknowledging her diligent work and praying for God to reward her faithfulness. These encounters create a bond between them. There's a spark of connection and respect that sets the stage for a unique relationship yet to unfold. Now, have you ever encountered someone who showed you kindness when you needed it the most? How did that interaction affect you? Share your thoughts below. And if you're enjoying this Bible story so far, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with a friend. Chapter 3 begins with Naomi coming up with a plan for Ruth to become the wife of their kinsman redeemer, Boaz. Now, you might be wondering, who is a kinsman redeemer? In Jewish law, a close relative was obligated to help when a family member was in need. He could marry the widow to continue the family line or buy back property that was sold. Intrigued? Stay tuned to find out how Naomi's wisdom and Ruth's boldness come together in this exciting plan. With Naomi's guidance, Ruth prepares to approach Boaz at the threshing floor. But why there? Threshing floors were usually social places where people gathered. It was a chance for Ruth to be seen by Boaz in a public setting, creating a chance for their potential relationship to unfold. As evening settles, Ruth, following Naomi's instructions, finds Boaz at the threshing floor. With a mix of shyness and determination, she reveals herself and Boaz is taken aback by her presence. Despite his surprise, he treats Ruth with respect and kindness. He asks for her identity and hears her story, recognizing her as the Moabite woman he'd shown kindness to in the field. Touched by Ruth's humility and faithfulness, Boaz blesses her and reaffirms his commitment to act rightly towards her, hinting at the possibility of becoming her kinsman redeemer. This encounter leaves Ruth filled with hope and anticipation as she returns to Naomi, eager to share what has transpired. Chapter 3 concludes with the two women discussing Boaz's positive response and the prospect of him acting as their kinsman redeemer. Naomi encourages Ruth to wait patiently for Boaz to take the necessary steps, reminding her to be hopeful and trust in God's plan. As the story unfolds, we witness the power of faith, courage, and God's providence working through human actions. Ruth's bravery in approaching Boaz and Naomi's wisdom bring about a truly remarkable transformation in their lives. Dawn breaks over Bethlehem, casting its golden hues over the town. It's the start of a new day, but for Ruth and Naomi, it also marks the beginning of a journey towards redemption and hope. We pick up the story in chapter 4 with the townspeople gathered, ready to carry out the legal process of redemption. Boaz enters, accompanied by the gate officials and older men of the city, all ready to participate in this significant event. When Boaz arrives, he finds 10 men waiting for him. These are the town's elders, there to oversee the legal process of redemption. They play a crucial role in ensuring everything is done according to Jewish law and custom. Boaz acknowledges them and explains his intentions. In a heartwarming display of generosity and commitment, Boaz publicly declares his intention to purchase back the land that was pledged by Naomi's late husband. His act of kindness doesn't stop there. He goes on to reveal his plans to marry Ruth, the Moabite woman who's been working in his fields, ensuring her place in society and providing for her well-being. The townspeople erupt in cheers and praise for Boaz, celebrating his noble actions and the hope he's bringing to those in need. As the townspeople disperse after the public announcement, Boaz privately instructs the young men to remain behind. He then asks them to bring a sandal to be placed on the doorstep of the house where Naomi resides. This act holds deep significance, serving as a symbol of Boaz's commitment to marry Ruth. It's a tangible representation of his love and dedication, and it leaves Naomi and Ruth filled with joy. At Naomi's home, she and Ruth are anxiously awaiting Boaz's return. When the young men arrive, they confirm Boaz's love for Ruth and inform her that she must wait for him to complete certain religious rituals before they can be married. The wait is agonizing, but finally Boaz appears, and they waste no time in tying the knot. Their marriage is not just a union of two hearts, but also a testament to love, loyalty, and the power of redemption. Chapter 4 ends with the townspeople rejoicing over the marriage of Ruth and Boaz. They recognize that this union has restored hope and dignity to Naomi and her family. And the celebration doesn't stop there. The townswomen express their happiness and excitement for the couple. They exchange gifts and blessings, showering Ruth and Boaz with love and support as they embark on this new chapter in their lives. And here's the incredible news. This union didn't just bring happiness and restoration. It also played a pivotal role in linking King David's lineage to Jesus himself. Yes, you heard it right. Ruth and Boaz became the great-grandparents of King David, a key figure in the Old Testament. And through David, their lineage continued all the way to Jesus Christ, the Messiah. Isn't it amazing to see how God's plan unfolded through their story? God is faithful to his promises, and he uses ordinary people like you and me to carry out his extraordinary plans. Don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. We've got more uplifting and inspiring content coming your way. Your support helps us bring these empowering stories to more people, reminding them that faith, hope, and love are timeless treasures. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What does Ruth's story mean to you? Feel free to comment below. Subscribe to continue your journey through faith and empowerment. And remember, never be afraid to make difficult decisions and step outside your comfort zone, because that is where God can do His most marvelous works through you. Until next time, may God's peace and blessings be with you always.